On today's video, we're going to Santiago Peak, and it's going to be a beautiful day. A little on the warm side for me personally, but I finally get to get out of the office and head up to one of our mountain sites. So Santiago Peak today is where we're on the way. I think I might actually be able to get out to a site today. I'm sitting in the truck. Nobody's called me yet to say, hey, come into the office. I think I can do it. I've got my stuff loaded up in the back. All right, let's try Santiago Peak today. Well, we're here at the base of the mountain. Just drove through the quaint little town of Silverado. Here we go, we're gonna go up the road. I don't think my auto locking is working anymore. Well, we made it up to Santiago Peak. I opened the door, got in the building, and actually it's pretty clean in here today. You know, not a lot of dirt on the floor, and we've got a new case in here, new cabinet. So yeah, time to open up my cabinet and get to work on my stuff. These are some important numbers here, telling us our total modulation at this moment, which is good. We need to stay underneath 100%. Backup audio processing, because you never can have too many backups. Main transmitter. Ew, I need to clean that. That's the big thing we're gonna do today, is vacuum out this filter. I might need to order more filters just because that's pretty gross. Before I get too far on this, I'm gonna show you the difference here. I don't know if you can see how dirty the filter gets. So that's why we're doing the upgrade project here, where we're gonna have sealed racks and filters on the racks, so it's not sucking up all this fine dust that's coming in from the outside. I'm gonna try and get this little lock, this captive washer here back in place for the screw. Oh, wait, I think I got it. There we go. So what this does is, when you're unscrewing it, it doesn't come all the way out. So it captivates the screw so you don't lose it. Pretty simple. All right, let's put this back together here. All right, well now it's time to go around with the computer and do the regular site look around, make sure everything is okay, and make sure the tower is not going to fall down. I know a new tenant has just jumped on the tower, so hopefully they kind of cleaned up a few things and didn't really do much to it. Yeah. All right, let's go look. Okay, so we're here at the base of the tower. And now the things I'm going to be looking at are, does the tower just generally appear okay? Yeah? It generally appears okay. I don't see anything that's really off. So I'll say yes. Do I see any rust on the tower? Because rust will corrode the tower and the structure and compromise the structure. So we don't want to do that, because we want this tower to stay up for a long time. All right, I don't see any tower, so no rust on tower is a yes. Tower base appears okay. Yeah, sure does. Yes. Broadcast antenna appears okay. All right, that one I need to walk over here real quick. All right, the broadcast antenna does appear okay, so yes. Two-way antenna appears okay. Still there. Outside camera is okay, yes, because we could see it. 900 megahertz antenna appears okay. 6 gig antenna appears okay. Tower fence, yes. Okay, so building. So let's look at the building on the inside. So the building door was secure. I opened it with a key. Building lights were okay. Temperature, I'll have to come back to that because I don't have the temperature. The generator door was secure, and the remote control was happy. All right. I'm going to put some notes in here, though. All right, I've entered that note in here about the new work that's on the tower. So let's reconvene on the inside and do the inside stuff, where all the readings are and the building inspection. All right, see you over there. Okay, we're now inside, and now we've got to finish our inspection. So we're going to take a look at our forward power and our reflected power, and that is going to be on this one over here. Now our forward power, okay, that appears correct. So turn on the keyboard over here. Okay, and our reflected power, less than a watt, like 0.8 watts. So I'll just basically say, I'll round up. I'll say 1 watt. All right, so now we're gonna look up here at our, balancing here, microwave. Oops, let's look at radio status. Okay, so we're gonna look up here at the received strength level, the RSL, and that is at negative 47 dBm. So, negative 47. And our 6 gigahertz, I'm gonna have to look at that through the interface here. Nitrogen tank. So we have a nitrogen tank that pressurizes our main transmission line. And what that does is that keeps moisture from getting in the line and causing shorts. So think of it like a pipe with a smaller pipe down the middle. And that smaller pipe down the middle is where all the electricity and the RF is. And if that somehow makes contact with the outside pipe, well, then you start having arcs and burns and things are really bad. So the important thing is that we keep it dry, that we keep it pressurized, so that way if there's a hole that happens, whether it's sun damage on the jacket or whatever, somebody shoots at our transmission line, whatever, the nitrogen tank that's pressurized in there will keep the water and the moisture out of the transmission line. So keeps everything dry, everything clean in there. But we need to make sure that we have plenty of pressure. So our tank is kind of wedged back there. 3 psi for our line pressure, and the tank pressure full, which is good. All right, well, let's go now and look at the generator. And then we'll come back in here one more time to look at the transmitter. The generator room. Ooh, special. All right. Let's get in here. Gotta take the polarized glasses off so that way I can see. All right. Hey, everything looks good. I don't see any alarms. And that is a biggie. Generator is in auto. Yes, it is. No alarms? No alarms. Propane tank. Oh, we gotta walk for that one. All right, we'll do that one last. Now it's time to look at the transmitter and get some of the readings off of that. So, here we are in our transmitter. So we're gonna look at our, let's see, let's go down here to view meters. RMS forward. IPA current, PA1 current, 7.82. Now the difficulty is sometimes is that, I don't know if you can see some of these little numbers here, but they move quite frequently. So you kind of have to find a number, see where it kind of hovers around, and then that's your number that you put in the log. All right, now it's time to start closing everything up, locking all the cabinets, packing up, and heading back down. When you look at your car radio and you see the words scrolling by, that's called RBDS here in the United States, RDS in Europe. It's just generally called RDS though. Anyways, so there's a box that generates that. So from our computer down at the studio sends it all the way up here, and it goes into a little box, this guy, and that guy will basically create that data, change it from the format that the computer is sending it to the format that is readable by your car radio, and insert that into the transmitter, and boom, you receive it, and you get to see the artist and title information and the station name. So last August, we had the Holy Gym Fire, and all this area back here burned. Unfortunately, it started, I don't know if you could see, not in this canyon right here, but the next canyon back. It started down in there, came up, and just kind of came over that ridge line. You can kind of see where it burned, where there's still unburned area. Burned all the way over here, came across, and actually started to make its way up here to Santiago Peak. And it was quite the show of air resources to keep that from happening. But behind me, I'm looking towards the east now. It came, so that tower that's way down at the end over there, let's see. Yeah, the one that's way over there. That tower was only about 100 feet maybe away from the nearest flames. So they did an extraordinary effort. The fire department, the fire crews, the air crews did an extraordinary effort of saving the peak. So, I mean, there is a lot of important stuff up here, a lot of communications, assets, especially for firefighting. So if this had burned, it would have been not a good day for a lot of people. Goodness gracious, these bugs. Let's unlock the hubs. All right, here we go. Well, here we are up on Santiago Peak. Thanks for joining us. It's really glad that you're able to come along. If you enjoyed this video, give me the thumbs up. If you don't like this video, thumbs down. If you want to see more of these videos, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I upload, hit the little bell icon that's right next to it. Anyways, that's this week's episode, and we'll see you next week.